Was that an explosion? The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked and stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
All eyes turned toward it.
Did that thing just make that sound?
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
It did.
Let's see if we can open it.
7. The mountain swallowed hard.
Okay.
Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel.
Well, it registered my bracelet number. But it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
What to do? Ace and Lotus, Snake and 7. Oh my god! No! It's gonna be asking me to do saves now, right? Oh lord! Oh yes, save right here. Routes. We got routes, ladies and gents. We got routes. No, don't return to title screen. We got routes now. Ace and Lotus. We could press them. Snake and 7. Or Santa and June. Oh, routes. Ladies and gents, we have the routes unlocked. We have the routes. I think, for the sake of it, I know they're supposed to be like multiple branching endings for this game and everything. I think for the sake of it, we're gonna do Santa and June, mostly because June is there. I think that's what we're gonna take the Santa and June route. Because I want to see what happens with June, honestly. I'm interested.
Santa and, June, you think you could give me a hand here?
The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Santa and June lifted their left hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit.
5 plus 3 plus 6 is 14. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5.
5.
This should do it. Now we just need to pull the lever on the side.
You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever. Oh god, that is so intense when they do that stuff, like, slowly lowered the lever. God, it's so intense. I love it. Oh my god. See what's on the other side. There was a metallic groan and door slid open. A breath of air drafted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put his hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
Hey, it blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. Oh, that is metal. I hate how it did that jump scare. Oh my god. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then restraint left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She crumbled to the floor.
June, are you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arms around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax and her whole body began to shake.
Alright, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
She gonna be okay? She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you alright?
She nodded. As he did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face. Oh, as she did.
Why? Why did this happen?
Sorry, girl. Her voice cracked, broke by misery and grief and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this Nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything?
God, this is... Oh, I love it. Oh my god. This is like Danganronpa turned to like... Oh... It's like the more mature Danganronpa. Danganronpa was already as mature as it gotten.
What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines of their mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. This is nuts. Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said that with each one of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fist clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up! Let's get going already! Go! Go!
Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
Of course, who else?
In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again.
Blood. Oh.
There's a lot of blood.
Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. A scattered piece of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like a blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
That's no way for a person to die.
The 9th man's neck has been twisted in an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation has thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen has been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted up out of his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab? I guess. Sorry. Never, I don't know how to pronounce that personally. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
He probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
I think the 9th man actually died because they weren't... See, in a rulebook, it said that 3 people had to enter together, and only 1 person entered in. So probably because only 1 person entered in instead of 3 to 5, the detonation went off. I think that's what happened. Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The 9th man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
I guess, yeah.
Huh?
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
Yep, Snake is onto something.
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said. Who verified to go? More than 2 people can go through. Everyone who verified had to go.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that.
Yep.
Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
Thank you. Snake inclined his head toward Junpei.
The 9th man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
I think it might be sensors or whatever, I don't know.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity inside. It's weird that Snake has the ability to explain us everything that's going on so flawlessly, even though he's a blind man that sees everything, literally. He is the blind man with biggest insight and sees it all.
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose.
Wait.
I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts. Wait, did they both were part of this game?
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from his pocket of his jacket.
A card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Someone tugged it out of Santa's hands.
I see.
The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood.
This is Braille.
Huh. Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small, embroidered bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowded around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if they were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answer from him. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you and only you with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
You must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. As in, like, ugh.
But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise.
Oh, well, no, the bracelet or whatever.
I have placed a small bomb inside of you and people whom you are about to meet.
Never mind, he actually soda bomb into us. Oh god, that is terrifying.
You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I have no doubt by the time you read this note, the ball will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try.
Can we shoot it out?
As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode.
So that's how he does remote explosions without even operating. Okay, so he's not seeing this, he's just letting it happen.
In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side.
Okay, I see now. So we verify number on one side, we go over to the other side, verify the number on the other side, pull the lever.
And the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead.
Gotcha. So it's not gonna let us just like have somebody like have 3 people scan and the 4th one enter with us, because they will have to, won't be able to verify the number at the dead because they never entered the number at the red. Huh. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. I actually took classes on this kind of thing. It's like verification, authentication kind of thing. Holy hell! This actually works with my IT degree.
That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the doors open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this.
Okay.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0.
Ooh.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or it acts that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you.
That is, oh god, that is disturbing on so many levels.
How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
So it's a weapon as well. He said you can use it to eliminate the people that, you know, he said you can use it to eliminate people. That means we could technically use this as a way to get rid of somebody that we don't want to get rid of. Like, let's say we enter numbers in, right? We enter numbers in, we make one person go in, like the 9 did, and then we wait until the door is closed, and then we wait for 81 seconds to pass by, and done. Maybe, right? Snake finished reading and carefully returned to the card in his pocket.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The Reds, Deads, and Bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
Are they trying to vomit in the corner? In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs, some simply stared at the bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach.
There's a bomb inside me.
The thought of it made him queasy.
Oh.
His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
Killers do weird stuff, man. If anything, I learned from Danganronpa 2 and Danganronpa 1, there are people out there that will do some crazy shit. I mean, granted, it is a fiction and everything, still. Fictional psychopaths are psycho, like, straight up. Junpei looked over at the others.
Alright, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something?
They all know what's going on. Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There were a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though. That mask, it was really scary.
Huh?
Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Only 7's story seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he said. It occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded like somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. He must know something.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
He hadn't done so, because there was something that struck him as even stranger.
So, I have a question.
That was a mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover. Oh, scandalous!
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Junpei looked at them thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Oh, they are? Oh.
Siblings?
Yes.
I thought they were lovers actually for a second.
Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. I mean, I got taken aback as well. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
He laid his hands on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Well, yeah, but
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed to Junpei and June. How does he know what to point towards us?
Oh, you mean between Junpei and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah.
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well. Tried to scratch his head as casual as possible. Went to school or anything, but it's not like we were together or anything. It's not like we're lovers or nothing. That's what he's thinking.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Huh, ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
It looked at one another. Like it was staged, they both tilted their necks at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this.
Well, true, yeah.
Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
Could be. Danganronpa did prove us that.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
I'm gonna go back to advanced screen.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment.
It is.
I mean, come on! A guy's dead! I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Oh, we confirmed that.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here!
I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna stay on advanced screen.
You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
No guarantees.
But what?
Who's going to go in which door?
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait. I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there.
I mean, she does have a point. I wouldn't want to get in it too.
If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over them, you got another thing coming.
Wow, so fashionable, Santa.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
Fine, I'll go into door 5.
There we go, 7.
I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer!
That's not really an answer, but whatever.
If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do. If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital route will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
Oh, it works perfectly! The 4 of us can go into door 5.
I love how animated some of these animations are. It's not like traditional. I mean, it's kind of traditional-ish animation. I don't know. It's very. It feels like one of those like very old school point-and-click adventures animation. But I mean, at the same time, this game series is kind of old as well.
Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be?
I like it though. I like it a lot.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital route be?
8365. Okay, can I use a calculator here? Yes, I can. Okay. I'll go and do this here. 8, 3, 6, 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. 4. That'd be the only one.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22. So, the digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
He repeated what he determined.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4. Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer.
Do we want to?
Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his opinion over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk toward door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Oh, I'm so glad I'm able to save though. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm safe right here. Save here. Yes, good. That's perfect. Turn to the last screen. No. Okay. So door 4 is we're going with our current group. Door 5 we swap some people around and we go through the 5th door to see, the 9th man being exploded. I think we'll go with door 4. That's what we'll do. Decided the door 4 will be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's nothing to worry about.
Plus, this game does have multiple routes, so we'll be having fun unlocking all the routes. It's gonna be so great.
I just need to stay by her side.
We stand by June's side, hell yeah. June. Akana Kurashiki.
This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
He watched the other 4 walk toward the door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the red.
Now then.
Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great hungry beast.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of a 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splash on the pool of blood.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go!
The 3 remaining steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Oh god, the suspense is really killing me. Oh Jesus. Door 5 swung shut, closing with a heavy finality on metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? At least say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang from the other side of the door. It was 7.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
No more sound. Good. Oh my god, the safe.
The beeping.
Oh, that's safe. Thank god. The sigh of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Phew. Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door, breathed a collective sigh of relief on their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing alright over there?
They'd hear 7's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure. Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
Sounds good. Oh, Lord. Ooh. Junpei and the others left the door 5 and headed toward door 4.
Whew. Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Sure.
Let's go.
Let's do it. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back towards the red.
All right, let's go.
With strength and determination, he pulled the lever.
Run!
The 4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from the wrist.
Oh, damn.
In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash.
It's counting down.
It's more like pink, but whatever. The detonator's countdown had begun, in a long moment that each of them spent staring at the wrist. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey! Where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
I already am!
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned the door lead to the cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but his best guess was 7 or 8 of them.
Ah, fuck! We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
We just need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door, and saw that his companion had already run the doors of their own. They didn't seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here.
It's not moving!
Jun was the last to speak up.
Oh.
As Junpei looked in their direction, his eyes caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red blinking light.
There it is! At the end of the hallway! Run!
Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
Our time limit is 81 seconds!
I know that, goddammit! I'm asking you how many seconds we have left!
In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. That was true. Urgency foremost in all the minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone!
The other 3 quickly followed suit. Oh. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Oh. Oh my god, this is intense. So good. It's so intense. So, oh my god.
Looks like it stopped.
Thank god. His hands began to steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaten on his forehead. As they caught the breath, the 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
He could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the large door were two smaller ones.
Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps he corrected himself more or a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass.
What's this mark? Mail?
Jupiter? I think. He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars.
Never mind, it's Mars.
Well, technically, they are the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
Probably.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
While Junpei and June talked, Santa disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway, began to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. Took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Lotus examined the doors on either side of the large double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
Maybe it's the room number.
B92, B93.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors, and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open the door. They turned around and saw the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus' calm voice broke into the thought.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed to room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Seek a way out. Oh, hello. Looks like there are multiple doors here. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think it's a good time for us to actually save here on save number 4. If you're gonna go ahead and actually call it a night here for this game. Oh my god, it's insanely awesome. Return to screen? Yeah, I'm gonna have to return to screen. Nevertheless, let me know what you think about this game. So far, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, it's so good. Nevertheless, we're gonna go ahead and actually wrap up right here, legends. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a blast. I had a blast as well with this. Oh, so good. Nevertheless, hope you enjoyed. My name is Thamriyell. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a good day. And I'll see you all next episode of whatever I make. And let me know if you want to see more of this. Please do, because this is so good. I think I'm gonna start finishing this one as well. Oh god, we're going from one mystery game to the other with Danganronpa 2 slowly finishing, and Nonary Games. Oh god, I need to make sure I know full title for this game and everything so I can properly title it. Nevertheless, hope you enjoyed. My name is Thamriyell. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a good day. And I'll see you all next episode of whatever I make. See ya. Oh, it's so good.